everyone, Lady Amalthea here with day 22 of 31 Days of Tarot 2019. And today's question is, where is one place in the world you would love to read the tarot and why? It could be a sacred site, event, mystical shop, anything. Well, I had to think about this one and I came up with Stonehenge because that is one of the coolest places I have ever been. I got to go there back in 2004 when I was in England. My grandmother and I did a day trip where we went to Windsor Castle, Salisbury Cathedral and Stonehenge was definitely my favourite. Stonehenge was one of the coolest places I visited when I was in England. I didn't get to do a lot of travelling when I was there. I was on a pretty limited budget. I mostly stayed in London, but going to Stonehenge was just incredible. I would love to be able to actually get up in the circle, so I need to. You can actually do that for certain events, I believe. I've read that. So I guess it would just be a matter of being there at the right time and knowing the right people. I'd love to go there and sling some cards. I just think that would be amazing. Another place I'd really like to go that I haven't had a chance to go is Glastonbury and check out the sacred water there and just check it all out, see it for myself. Even though I was born in Australia and have lived here most of my life, I don't have a huge connection to the land here because this is not where my people are from. Even though my ancestors date back to the First Fleet, for on my father's side, but I've never felt a spiritual connection to this land because, well, we live on stolen land, and I don't feel a connection to it. I love the land I live on, definitely. I'm really looking forward to moving to Perth and seeing what it's like living there, seeing the difference between the magic of the Pacific Ocean and the magic of the Indian Ocean, because I've worked with the Pacific Ocean most of my life. Living on an island nation, it's hard to forget about the Pacific Ocean when you live on the East Coast. And I've also lived in Fiji, where one of our houses, the first house we lived in, the beach was literally outside our back garden, and so I would go there every day and just marvel at the ocean. So yeah, it's always been a big part of my life, but the land itself I just don't feel connected to. I feel connected to the water but not to the land. Maybe it's because I guess I work with water more than I've ever worked with earth. Maybe that's why I'm not very grounded, who knows. But so the places I'd really like to go to do tarot and to do spiritual work really are definitely in the UK, which is where the majority of my ancestry hails from. I've got Irish, Scottish and English ancestry predominantly, also some Belarusian and Spanish that I can think of the top of my head. Oh, and French as well. But yeah, the UK is predominantly where my ancestry comes from, so that's really where I feel the call to go. I'd love to go to Scotland and just explore there, and of course I'd sling cards wherever I went. I always take tarot cards or oracle cards when I go on holidays. So, and nowadays with smartphones and tarot apps, you've always got them anyway. So that's pretty easy just to sling a few cards wherever you are. And yeah, I'd love to go to Scotland and sling some cards at King Arthur's seat, and like plenty of places I could just list endlessly. But if I could only go one place, Stonehenge for sure. So thanks for watching, and until next time, blessed be.